Just press that. Okay, so good afternoon and good evening and potentially good morning to everybody that's online. Thank you all for responding to the invitation to join this webinar, which will hopefully and certainly intended to give you more information about our publishing partner, Kogan Page, and the unique and special proposition that Kogan Page are offering to IFPSM association and members of their associations. Um, Hopefully everybody recognizes me and knows me, but just to make it formal, I am Malcolm Youngson, the Chief Executive of IFPSM. I've just only last week celebrated my fourth anniversary of holding that position, which is remarkable how quickly time does pass. My role today is really just to introduce the subject and then very quickly hand over to our colleague Vanessa, who's representing Kogan Page. Vanessa's going to go through a slide deck that will tell you a little bit about Kogan Page and also tell you about the opportunity for associations which are members of the Federation IFPSM. So I think without any further ado, I'm going to make Vanessa the presenter. Make presenter. I'm going to turn off my camera and hand over to Vanessa. Vanessa.
Thanks, Malcolm. I can see that you share your screen, and perfect. Not everyone should be able to see my screen now and the slides. Well, hi everyone. My name is Vanessa Rueda. I am marketing executive at Kogan Page, and I want to just thank you for hopping online today. And I am really excited to tell you about this revamped partnership and what it can offer you and your members. During our time together today, I'm going to tell you about Kogan Page and what we do, what the scheme offers you and your members, show you what your potential landing page will look like, and tell you a little bit more about how Kogan Page can provide further member benefits, and then open the floor up for any questions that may come from that. So the IFPSM and Kogan Page have reestablished this partnership that offers members more benefits than before. Previously, this partnership offered a blanket discount alone, but today I'll be talking about what we can do for you and your members besides this blanket discount code. We tell you a little bit more about who we are. Kogan Page is a leading independent publisher of specialist books based in London. We publish in logistics, procurement, supply chain, and business skills management. And our authors have held key positions with well-known companies such as Nestle, Tesco, IKEA, Kellogg's, DHL, Maplin Electronics, and they include also leading academics from around the world. Most books are accompanied by online resources such as bonus chapters, toolkits, data sheets, what have you, that will be available to your members as part of this scheme. This portfolio and resources are available to anyone visiting the Kogan Page website, but in this scheme in partnership with the IFPSM should provide your members with bespoke curated content, and of course the discount code. This scheme offers a branded landing page hosted on koganpage.com, 20% member discount on the complete Kogan Page portfolio, which includes prints and very soon ebooks and print ebook bundles. It offers your organization a 2.5% commission in all sales that come through with the discount code. And we can offer you marketing support to promote this offer to your members in the form of ready-made copy, flyers, emails, etc. To give you an idea of what your landing page will look like, we start with the URL, which is personalized, as you can see. It will not be easy to guess, so you're assured unique clicks and that only your members will have access to this. We can also provide you with a few link redirects. And if you need shorter links or links with specific wording, and this URL can only be accessed from communications that you send to your members, so you know that it's more or less secure. You can also provide a text that sits under your company name and logo, allowing for more personalized touch. So you can include your member discount there, and your logo or a banner or anything that you would like to host and link through to your organization's website. From this page, users will then be able to navigate the rest of our site and access resources and online content before they head to the checkout and input their discount code there. Your unique discount code is what will be used to track sales and determine your commission. And this template is flexible to a reasonable extent, and we're working on a website redesign that will allow for an easier user journey. This redesign is set to launch in June time, so stay tuned for that. These things usually take a little longer than planned. So the rest of your page will look like this, with as many titles that you want to include as featured. On the left-hand side is up to you. These feature titles can be a listing of any Kogan page books that you'd like to include independent of subjects, so it's not limited to just procurement, logistics, and supply chain. And your discount code will apply to everything on our site. It can also be, this page can also be updated with fresh content as often monthly by monthly. Each book, like I mentioned, has content associated with it, like articles, videos, sample chapters, and free for users to download and consume. We can host your Twitter feed on Test Space, which will keep your members updated on social media.
Vanessa, sorry to interrupt.
Yep.
I guess if we can hear some feedback on the line, certainly I can. Can I suggest that we all mute our microphones so that any feedback doesn't interfere with the presentation? See if that works. Thank you.
Thanks, Malcolm. Yeah, that seems to be okay now. So as I was saying, your Twitter feed can sit there, and you can keep your members updated on your social media activity. Like I mentioned, we only offer print books and online case studies at the moment, but as soon we'll be able to launch ebooks that can be bought directly from our site and accessed through an online bookshelf. And your discount code, your members' discount code will be available and applied to these ebooks and bundles. To find out more about ebooks and new offers and new products, we encourage you to encourage your members to visit this page often and sign up to our newsletters so that they can know when we've made changes to our site, when we're launching new products, when we're doing special offers, which will give them also an extra layer of keeping in touch with us on top of your landing page. Going a step further from the landing page, we offer the following services. If you have events that you'd like to sell books at, we can work with you to have your branding on the jacket of the book, or even include an advert on the inside pages. If you'd like to review a book for your member magazine or website, if your organization offers those, we can arrange for you to read a book as early as 2 months before publication. And a step further from that is if you have any content gaps that you need to fill for your blogs or your websites, we can, or I can liaise with our authors to provide content for that. And it'll always be fresh content that's not available anywhere else. And I can either put you in touch with them directly with our authors, or I can liaise with them on your behalf and play middleman so that you can get that content as well. We can also provide book flyers for your organizations and include your organization's discount code on them so that you can distribute at events and provide you with another avenue for commission. So that's where your discount code would sit. So that was roughly what we can offer you. And if any of you would like to get started today or even explore more opportunities that we can assist you with, my contact details are just there. And that will be available with the recording of this webinar later on. So that was it for me. And if anyone has any questions, I think I'll stop sharing my screen now so that we can open up the floor.
Thanks, Vanessa. I have a number of questions which might hopefully will start a conversation. So please feel free, everybody who's actually online, you can unmute your microphones so that you can actually enter into hopefully offer some questions and some discussion. Vanessa,
Yeah.
as you know, the associations that are in membership of IFPSM, they're all national associations that cover the profession of procurement and supply chain. So I know that Kogan Page has a significant number of publications that cover that particular profession, but you also have a huge range of business titles that members of the associations, the actual individual practitioners, might well have an interest in. Can you give sort of a flavour of the range of procurement publications and also the wider range of publications that you have?
Yeah, now that I've stopped sharing my screen, I will just use my cheat sheet and give you a flavor of what's coming up. So we have a couple of titles coming out in the next year that deal with procurement, most of them being new editions, and a couple of them that are still in the works by some of our legacy authors. For example, category management and purchasing. That's one of our books that accompanies the author's training program on category management. And we also have strategic procurement books on negotiation skills for procurement professionals specifically. We're also commissioning stuff on strategic procurement, on behavioral procurement. So obviously those are not available now because they're just still being commissioned and still being written. But having procurement be one of our publishing areas, we're constantly looking for new intellectual property and new content. So you can be assured that what you need will have, if not forthcoming, available to you at that moment. Does that answer your question? Malcolm, did you forget to unmute your mic?
Where's Malcolm?
Well done. I've been talking to myself. No, I think the fact that Kogan Page can be a one-stop shop for all business functions and not just procurement specific is attractive, because the delegates and the members of the associations, while they work in the profession, they also need to access titles that support their wider development. Do we have any questions from people who are online for Vanessa?
Yes, Vanessa. Yeah, thank you for the introduction. I think it's very attractive. Personally, I would like to have two questions. Number one, of course, is the cost. How much would cost for us as a national institute to subscribe, this portal? Because yeah, the second question is, you allowed to post these few PowerPoints that you have presented to us to my email later, so that I can present to my board this weekend, see? Because, yeah, okay. The first question, please, yeah.
Okay, so cool. In terms of cost, there's no cost associated with you to your organization. We'll be hosting this on our website, and it's fairly easy to set up. And because we're hosting it on our website, there's no cost associated to you or your product. There's no sort of pay-per-click or cost per book feature or anything like that. It's completely free. If anything, you'd get money back for any books that come with your discount code. In terms of sending the slides to distribute, I can definitely do that. I will most likely send them to Malcolm so he can distribute to the participants of the webinar today and those people who missed it or couldn't make it today. And then they'll also be available on the recording of this webinar.
Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, thank you.
I
Appreciate it.
That's a good question, Yang Shore, because this opportunity is actually an opportunity for the associations to not only offer a discount to their individual members, but also for the association to receive a new income stream through the members of the association actually buying books from Kogan Page. And that was the 2.5% commission that Vanessa was talking about. So it's an opportunity for, certainly for, as I see it, an opportunity for associations to offer a member benefit, which is the discount off the list price, and an opportunity for the association to create a new income stream for themselves. And those of you that know me well, I always like other people to do the work. And what Vanessa is offering is basically to do all the work. So I see it as a win-win, if not a win-win-win. So
Yeah.
any
Yes.
other questions from anybody else who's online?
Yes, certainly. I think this is really knowledge-based webs, that we can share with more members, not just, nationally, but regionally, globally, This is fantastic. I think it should be done. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's really easy to set up. The first step usually is to set your landing page up and have your branding in the form of a logo and the front of a web banner to sit on the landing page, and drawing up a contract that I will need to have my part review and my superiors review before you look at it and agree, make changes to the landing page, and then we go from there.
Yeah, certainly. We will do that.
Okay.
So Vanessa, what in an ideal world is your expectation to come from this webinar? In other words, what steps should the people who are on the webinar, and hopefully the people that will then listen to the webinar recording, what do you want them to do? What action do you want?
The first thing that we need to do is get in touch with me and say, yes, I want to participate and I want to do it today. That'd be in an ideal world. That will be what I would expect to come from this. And I'd like to see, 4 people come and say, I want to join the scheme, and I can get that going pretty quickly. I can set, their landing page up this week and have contracts just ready to be reviewed by my party this week. Okay,
well that's very, very clear, and I would encourage people to certainly consider it very seriously. I've shared Vanessa's email address on the chat facility, so you should actually see it on your control panels. But I will also work with Vanessa to send everybody who's on the call a copy of the slides, as Vanessa said, and you can then pick up the email address to talk directly to Vanessa. What IFPSM is doing is just facilitating. So the individual discussions are between Vanessa, Kogan Page, and the association. IFPSM will continue to support the initiative as best we can, but it's really important that if you want to maximise this opportunity, you start talking directly to Vanessa, who you now all know and have met through this wonderful virtual facility we have. Anybody else got any other questions? Okay, I hope everybody has managed to, but according to my control panel, everybody who joined the webinar is still online. So that in itself, I think, is a positive sign.
Yes.
So I think if there are no other questions, I'm going to, I think, Vanessa, wrap up the webinar.
Okay.
So first, I'd like to thank everybody for finding time to join the webinar and staying with the webinar as well. I'd like to thank the internet gods for making the facility work. And very importantly, I'd like to thank Vanessa and her company Kogan Page for coming forward to connect with the associations and the members of IFPSM. I do believe it's a great opportunity, and I hope that you'll consider it and get in touch with Vanessa. And I hope to see you all at future IFPSM meetings. We have a European regional meeting at the end of May in France, which I hope you can all attend. And we have an Asia Pacific meeting in March in Indonesia. And of course, we have our World Summit in Helsinki in September. So more information about all those meetings will be coming to you fairly soon. So at this point, I want to thank you all again. Thank you, Vanessa. And I will pronounce that the webinar is now over. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Bye.
Thank you,
All.
Malcolm.
Pleasure.
Right. Thanks, Malcolm.
Thanks.
See you, everyone.
Bye.